At first glance, it is a simple forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
Can you walk, lad?
Go in.
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the ride here did him some good.
Poor chap's even got me worried. I'll shuffle along too.
Hey,
Go in.
I reacted poorly when you were turned into that thing. I apologize.
That's fine, I didn't notice.
My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you. Forgive me. I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
It's behind us now.
Nothing will shake me like that again, I swear it.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
I will never turn from you. And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
I mean that not in a bad way, it's just, you know, I'm sure there'll be something, you know, something will shake him. As like that. It happens, but semantics.
But what a sea of trees. If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the Farsight Mirror yield any news?
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried.
Hurry and lead the way.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
I'm worried about the prince. His life is in our hands. He believed in a world where people can mend their own future, just like you. He's the only one who can see that dream become a reality.
Huh? This looks like... Who are you?
Are you alright?
My head is swimming. What is this place?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
So here you are at last.
I mean, like I was such a shaded person, as if we didn't know who they were. Swath of beautiful white flowers grown in clusters.
Why?
Before I left home, I never knew these flowers represented royalty. But what are they doing within an ancient sanctum?
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain, but if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way. Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alcest? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
What? That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. Now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
Oh, they're fairies.
Like this.
The smuggler that I'm sensing, I'm worried about the prince. We need to hurry and get to the hideout at the lower level. Body of resistance operative. Looks as though he didn't even have a chance to defend himself. A fairy. I think they feel a little alarmed if we all swarmed up at them in a big group like this for now. Let's leave them be and move on. Oh, sorry about that. Don't know what happened, but I was having some issues with my mic. Thankfully, I don't think I've lost any recording stuff. I noticed just the time, but regardless. It's a fairly old Yungif man. He seems to be working on to lay a body to rest.
Russell? You're safe!
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
Hmm? I know but one red-tressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure, came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis. From the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left with only a smile.
An innocent boy. Twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Louis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
Gwen.
I must go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored.
We were apparently best friends and you don't know us? As it best friends with the prince?
Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Before I go to the prince, I think I'll help Russell lay this body to rest.
You going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
Or I wonder if it's a splitting of soul and body type of deal. Akin to Alyssa, you know?
I'm a little worried.
I need to get to the prince as quickly as I can. Prince is in the prayer room on the lowest level. I don't want to believe it, but we need to see him for ourselves.
It's nearly time.
Oh. This voice.
Long have I waited.
Hey, you.
Are you the are you associated with the group that's been sheltering the prince? It's all because of them that another calamity has befallen us. Now that I get a closer look at you, are you an elder? I heard that the prince was the only elder with the resistance.
Beg pardon?
Hold on. Did you really come here from outside the sanctum? What's going on? No, that can't be. Are you truly an elder?
You must hurry. The time has come.
These resistant members can keep on sacrificing themselves for all I care. It's not my problem. I guess that came out sounding a little cold. I suppose I can help carry the bodies away. There's too many for an old Ugif to handle all on his own.
What?
Right past this door, yeah, it's the living quarters. Lady Guide made it secure, strictly clear that that is not to be opened under any circumstances. You heard me. Hurry along now.
All was for this day. There is still time.
Gallica, is that really you? I was wondering where you had gone off to. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. How are the others? The others? They're fine. It's just a bunch of people who died. More importantly, Gallica, we have to go gather petals from that flower patch in the forest. Well, maybe later, okay? I'm still on a mission, so now's not isn't really the time to. You changed, Gallica. You started to talk like one of them. So weird.
What?
Are you trying to be a person? You're strange now. Huh.
Follow that.
The prayer room is located further in. At this moment, it's being used to mourn those who are no longer with us. I pray you don't cause a disturbance. Prince is just ahead. Are you ready? The people who brought the prince to the village called themselves simply the Resistance. Their feared in name would spread word of their existence. Their numbers have gradually dwindled, and after today's tragedy, Russell is all who remains. Hardly resistance now.
Hey.
Russell, the prince is His Highness. For you to forfeit your life in order to save ours, it could only mean that we have truly failed you. There could be no atonement, no penance to match the magnificent magnitude of our failure. Oh, this man-child woke up after such a long nap and then he went right back to sleep. You got it wrong, he's not sleeping. Why do you look so sad? In fact, why is everyone sad? Just play for a little bit and you'll cheer right up. When this person wakes up, we should play together.
Come off it.
I've heard that the elda are considered a sully tribe to the outside world. Perhaps this reflects the current state of affairs. That child is royalty, yet his life has been defined by tragedy beyond anything I have experienced. To think that there are those who would see such a child as no more than prey to be slain. I look upon a mere boy such as he and revile him. Their souls are truly cursed.
Oh, it's you.
Beyond here is the altar of secret history. The sanctuary which houses the true story of our people and world. Can't refrain from making any loud noises, let you startle the fairies. Almost looks like she's just wearing jeans for a moment there. You're all from the outside, aren't you? Hey, mind telling me what's going on right now? Nobody will tell me anything. They just say don't leave the house. I know the fires were scary, but it's all too much to behold in like this. I, for one, have no intention of spending my life running between caves and forests.
Oh, wow.
Huh? Gallica, is that you? Wow, long time no see. Oh wow, Gallica. The funniest thing happened while you were gone. Your friend totally fell into a pond. It was hilarious. And then get this. You're busy or something? You look tired. We should talk more later, okay though? Oh right. Your friend is further in. I think you're late.
Hello.
Beyond this door is a place the organization has been using as a hideout. Or should I say was. Beyond this door, other than the elderly Russell, the rest of them are. Perhaps we brought this on ourselves, but still, it's also dreadful.
Alright then.
Do you like how they do have different clothes though? It's not just the one generic model for the fairies as well. Unlikely survivor. The truth is, during the attack, I crossed paths with the assailant. He walked right past me on the stairs outside. At the time, the only thing that struck me was his unusual garb. Otherwise, he walked by so casually I seemed nothing was amiss. It was only afterwards that I found out that he had just massacred all these people. I tremble even now just thinking about it.
Now what am I to do?
Right, state our villages right now. So if there's anything you need, now's the time. To an ally. I wouldn't mind more of these. Bunch of comet stuff.
Now then. Hello.
Stocking rarities from outside the village is my job, isolation or not. We're still far from self-sufficient without the outside world. We do have some understanding of going-ons out there. Old Russell listens very intently to whenever I report. To be completely honest, there are those within the sanctum who think ill of both His Highness and the Resistance, but life is as priceless for him to have died in such a way at so tender an age. Let us pray so that such a tragedy is never repeated. Offer your praise not to any idol, but to the God that dwells within.
This way.
No. Your Highness. Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Gruide. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She's the
Gallica.
chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruide.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes. Even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother? The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so, You there, boy. Are you perhaps... no, it can't be. And yet...
Is something amiss, milady Gruide? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
I hear that voice again, coming from somewhere.
Hey, are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the
Oh!
end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee.
Wow, I needed that shot, then I realized where we are. This is where people awaken. That cutscene.
Now remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew. I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return.
Mother? Queen?
Know this, his life is not yet ended.
What do you mean?
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
I look now to the past. I see the roads I have travelled on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Luis, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince...
He lies dead before me.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
I mean, you didn't have to say it like that.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
His will lives on.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive. So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus, his stilled sands began to flow once more. Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm the prince's friend.
Is that truly thy role? Clear your mind and
I mean,
think.
I didn't have the option to say, I am his soul.
To name but a few. Thy parents? Memories of thy youth? Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent? Yes. Thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
I don't have a past.
As I said, thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
Do you mean...
The trust and friendship I've gained has been there to support me. But if they'd known I came from nothing, that I am nothing, would people have stood by me, believed in me? The same goes for the desire to help anyone in need. How is it that I've touted such laughably idealistic beliefs this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
I see. My true identity is...
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
I am... the prince.
Yay!
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey! What's going on?
What awaits us now?
Oh, everyone else just vanished.
Ah, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world.
We're his imaginary friend.
In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. It all began with the novel in thy possession.
I guess that also explains why there was always Magla glowing into us.
Divine relic. Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was. Time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
Hair change.
What? What is this?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance. The boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose. A memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No! But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day, when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved, and so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
How do we make sense of this?
I had a balm of life.
Is it really you? How do you feel?
I miss the longer
I feel
hair.
a bit lighter.
Oh, the voice is different.
I feel a bit lighter.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself. But I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone? I need to tell you something. The truth is...
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then, that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself. A part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Drakadios.
A mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
I don't think she's gonna take this too well. As in, like, of how casual she's been about it with him.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince?
Nod.
Please, please forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And more, despite being a member of your Royal Guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
Then I hereby pronounce your sentence.
Give the poor knight a break, will you? You've been by her side all this time. You of all people know how much she's gone through for you.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
Same as always.
Captain. Same as always.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
This is no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
Also, it saves us having to re-record voice lines and stuff.
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Well, that is. I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
What happened to Captain?
So much for acting same as always.
Yeah.
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember. I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
A voice? Whose?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened. Right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together.
Yeah, because you were the prince's best friend.
I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruade mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Hey.
Gwen.
Who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey.
Oh wait, it's me!
I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Nod.
Chiefess Gruade, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
Okay.
What now?
I do wish we had the prince's locks. They're a lot more flowy.
Let's go.
Hey, Russell. How could this be? His Highness resurrected? It's the most joyous of events, of course, but I dare say my heart needs a respite from all these sharp twists of fate. To think he's been alive and well, residing in a body composed from maglar particles. He furthered his goal by storing his mind within another vessel. It is reminiscent of His Majesty's royal magic. Oh, finally awake, huh? I mean, come on. Sleep is great and all, but there's so much more fun stuff you could do while you're awake. You can collect pretty flower petals, go splash in the water. Super fun, right? See, she was right all along.
Come off it.
Well, I'll be. Am I correct in presuming that you are the prince now? I haven't heard of any elder boy joining the resistant monks and going out on missions, so seeing you took me by surprise. To think that you are the prince's other half? Ah, fate's a fickle one. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of the fairies' clothes look very modern.
Oh, now this I can't
It was a really
believe.
bright light, and now there's a dead person who came back to life. All the royalty from the outside world like you. The outside world sounds ridiculous.
All very nice.
Before having seen an incredible magic, Your Highness, as I understand it, you managed to thwart 2 separate attempts at your life, correct? We elder are used to wither in our fair share of misfortune, and yet you eventually faced so much more.
Oh.
Well, the heavens, the dead prince is alive. Old Man Russell must be dumbfounded. If the rest of the resistance still lived, I wonder how they might have taken the news. So can I go this way? Oh, I can't.
Huh?
Wait, is that you, Galka? You okay? You left in such a hurry, I was worried.
Well...
Sorry about that. I've been out traveling actually. I've got this really important mission. Oh wow, must be pretty hard. I can tell just by looking at you. And I can tell you've changed a lot too. You're totally different. Is it because of the person you're with? You two are just like the king and fairy of legend. A long time ago there was a man who travelled all across the world and he had a fairy with him just like you two. One day the traveller became a mighty king and his fairy companion became as wise and knowledgeable as a person, so everyone called her queen. More of a respect thing. That's the legend, pretty similar to you guys, huh? Queen, huh? But wait. What did the fairy do after the journey ended? Did she just stay by the king's side? Who knows? I don't even know if the story's true or not, but if she did stay, I think that would be lovely. Slab engraved with a number of names. I believe these are the names of all the resistant members who lost their lives so far.
It's okay.
I'm sure that somewhere Grace is happy for us, so too, so we need to keep our heads up high, okay? Oh hey.
Oh.
Me? No, I'm not part of the resistance. I just help out on my own time. I take it you saw the coffins outside. Me, Old Man Russell, is on his way home now. Ever since I was a kid, the old man's been teaching me much of the outside world. The adults all speak ill of resistance, but the younger folk around here are all generally grateful for them. I could have picked a more comfortable bed, I'm just saying. The bed I saw at the far side mirror. Presumably we could have come in here before. Women's coffins are laid out in hastily arranged rows.
Really?
Hope the people don't blame the resistance for the attack on the village. We're all fighting for the same purpose. How could this be? 'Tis truly a miracle. Lady Gertrude mentioned she caught wind of some manner of revelation. Could this be the late Queen's?
Now what am I to do?
No.
Oh, it's you!
Beyond here lies the altar of secret history, the sanctuary which houses the true story of our people in the world. Oh, and also, please kindly refrain from making loud noises, lest you startle the fairies.